All right, folks, getting ready here at East Haven. Early morning matchup, 8 a.m. start. 7 a.m. arrival for the Dragon squad. Nice little perch up here. I want to thank the rink manager for sneaking us up here and getting us some good connection. Can only hope for the same this afternoon, West Haven and Bennett Rink. I'm going to send out the link here just in the group chat. All right, get the YouTube link. All right, final 15 seconds of warm-ups here. Your Dragons on the near side to us, and Northeast Hockey Academy on the far side out of Foxborough, Mass. The Generals. They play in the Beast series, making the trip down to the Yale Jamboree this weekend. Second game for the Dragons. They getting a bonus game last night, coming off a 3-2 win over the Springfield Thunderbirds. All right, the most important part here, corralling all those pucks in the net, getting started. 22.5-minute halves. We were the home team again. I think we're the home team for the next this game and the following two games as well. So the advantage of being a home team. Last change. I want to thank friends for helping me with some of the pronunciations and last night. Angilio, I think. Stringfield, Landon Stringfield, number 37 there. I got to talk to his father. Schulte. Matei, I'm hoping Vinny and Vincent Matei there. All right, so the Dragons grouped up in their crease here. I kind of have the wide angle on today to give you a little bit more perspective on the zone, especially the near zone. Give you a little bit more elbow room, be able to see plays develop. I know the netting is there, but keeps this moneymaker safe. Far side of the ice, the Northeast Generals. It's a tuition-based academy, I think, so I'm making the trip down, the coach bus this morning. All right, so DHS is the chant, DHS 1, 2, 3, and making quick work of the pregame pep. And starting line here, looks like got Stringfield, Porto out there, number 77. And McGovern getting between the pipes for the Dragons. There he goes, finding his way in there. Checking it with the netminder. A couple love taps there. Getting things started. All right, warming up their goalie, and looks like here we got Matei. Porto taking the center position. And Stringfield, right wing. Gerla and Stewart for D. Face-off win for the Generals. 4 stars on their shoulders there. DHS, the Hamden Dragons team in white. The home whites. And the Generals in dark navy. Almost looks like black from here, but coming outside, right past the referee. That's Morris. Trying to be disruptive there. That's Stewart. Efforting that puck is Grela. On the run, headed up ice. Number 82, Matei. And music's still playing in the background here. That's going to come over to McGovern. McGovern says, you know what? Take it there, Lockery. Lockery making an effort on the side. Comes back to McGovern. McGovern gloves it off the ice. And gets a save. Quick work by the Generals. 2 shots on net. The NHA. Generals from Foxborough, Massachusetts, making the long trip down to East Haven this morning. Well, there's actually staying. Kind of wild how many different rinks there are. Yale. Another one over to McGovern. That shot from Sebernard, it looks like number 25 maybe? 85, 25? 25. And the centerman for the Generals. Face-off win for the Generals, comes back around. And they find the back of the net. Poe with the tip-in on the weak side. Backdoor shot. Generals up 1-0 early here. There's 21-17 remaining, so about a minute and change into the contest. Again, 22.5-minute periods, or I should say halves, for tournament-style play. Skilled squad coming into the town. And, this hockey academy, I'm sure these kids take their hockey pretty seriously. I guess on the website, over 300 hours of ice as part of their tuition. Carrying up is Guth, Ryan Guth. He's going to take a shot on net. Netminder gets down to his pads. Now we'll zoom in. Far zone. Oh, near side shot. Goalie belly flopping there. Spinning on his belly a little bit. Grela throws it deep. Rims that one. Going to capture it. The winger, number 36. It's Machado. Grela's going to give chase, but Porto coming back to help out. Porto surveys the scene. He's going to run with it. Porto comes into the inside. Dangerous one to the front. Leaves it right in the crease. McGovern can't get out to it. Comes out to neutral. Escapes the zone, but Porto getting jammed up this way and that. And huge forecheck pressure coming from the Generals here. Grela, he's going to survey the scene. He's going that blue line pass. It's one thing we've seen these Dragons able to do pretty effectively is blue line to blue line, and those stretch passes really starting to develop as players are finding each other on the ice. Yeah, Porto again. Throwing some bodies into the corner. Not afraid to get physical here. There's an urgency here. I think this might be the first game. I don't know if it's the Generals' first game, but second game. Coming off a late game here for the Dragons. Shot and gloved out of the air by McGovern. Sees it right to his glove. Shot and gloved out of the air. And Mitchell, centerman here, number 92, escapes his way in. Generals stab at it. And beneath us, heavy forecheck pressure to the wall. Lockery's going to run with it. Lockery takes it wide. He's going to follow up. General stretch pass. That's going to come all the way down. It's redirecting as McGovern. It wasn't necessarily on net, but he just didn't like how close it was. Working the wall with the Generals. And escaping there is Mitchell. Mitchell on the run. Mitchell with the breakaway. And the cleanup. And it's Xavier Mitchell goal. Great speed on the outside. Able to escape. And Mitchell comes down the choo-choo line. And a lot of good work there by Lockery as well. Lockery helped with the effort that puck up, I believe. So looks like Mitchell with the goal and the equalizer. 1-1 here. 18:50 remaining in the first half. Face-off win for the Generals, but quickly comes back with D-man Grela. Gavin Grela, GG. Big stretch pass. That's going to be a nice call. That's going to go all the way down. They're trying to connect on those. That's the second time we've seen that. Hard pass down the ice, and just didn't have that man far enough up ice. Last night's game, a great hanger coming out of the box, and actually came out of the box, went back to the bench, threw him out there, and I think that was Schulte, was the man who was unmarked at center ice. Yeah, Generals on their heels a little bit in their zone. Dragons efforting to try to maintain the zone in the neutral. Guth throws it deep, and he gets a little face wash there. Generals on the outside. We can track him down to Guerrero. Coming back up. Looking for the point man on D, but that one skips past him. Neutral zone battle. And retreating are the Generals. And behind their fort. Their encampment at the net. Heard they're switching hotels tonight. I just heard a post ringing down there. So another one's going to hop all the way down. Backman's not calling it. No ice. And Wilson tries to get it past his opponent. Stopped up. But helping him out is Machado. Machado escapes the zone. At center ice, anyone's puck. General's on it. General's coming in fast with speed. And looking for that centering pass and unable to connect with Wing, who was actually not playing wing there. Oh, hard hit there to number 82, Matei. Looks like he's back up. He's no worse for wear, but looks like someone's going into the sin bin. Early morning visit with 17:04. That's going to be a 2-minute penalty. And not sure if that was boarding, body check. No. What's that? Didn't see the signal, sorry. So that'll put the Dragons on the power play. Again, 1-1 if you're just joining us. A lot of quick action here early morning. Face-off win for the Generals. Dragons with the man advantage. Coming back to the umbrella man, the top bumper. Shot! Oh, and sorry, Xavier Mitchell, an absolute snipe, a laser beam that finds its way the far side of the net. Makes quick work. I think they're putting 130 penalties on, so only 7 seconds in to the power play. And Mitchell makes very quick work of it. Some puck moving outside. And that's even after losing the face-off. And the Generals had possession, but unable to get out of the zone. So Dragons up 2-1 with 16:57 remaining in the first half. That one's going to skitter all the way down, waving off the ice. Guess they thought that was an offensive pass back. Guerrero, wow, far from the boards, but he absorbs the contact well. He knows impulse momentum theorem there. Increase the time of contact, decrease the force. Little physics lesson. And offsides call as who's down there? My eyes are failing me this morning. It's tough with the netting. You get the netting up in the way, so kind of old eyes are having a hard time focusing. I think that was number 10. 29. I think Angelo. And Generals off to dump it. Battle right beneath us. Poe, the goal scorer for the Generals. Number 3. He's an elusive player. And Mitchell back at it. Mitchell going for the third. And cleaning up the loose change. Great sequence there for the Dragons. 3 quick shots in rapid succession. And some pleasantries exchanged behind the net. And getting some talking to by the referees. Take both of them, I'm hearing from the stands. I don't see anybody going in the box, though. Great sequence there for the Dragons. They really trying to hammer that net there and just crashed the net between Mitchell, I think you had up there, and two other Dragons very quickly following. Shem able to keep the zone. He's going to track back, get back to his opponent. Good footwork. Mitchell back at it, carrying similar speed around the circle. Comes around, looks to center. That one gets past the netminder, sorry. Goalminder, netminder, the guy in between the pipes. And we got a whistle here. Looks like it might have hit the netting. Just popped out. All right, so 15:28 remaining in the first half here. Dragons up 2-1. 2 goals from Mitchell. Power play goal, one of those goals. Shot, and that one gets right to the glove. Gavin throws that one up. Yeah, make good things happen, you know. The blue line's a pretty magic place sometimes. Origin a lot of good plays and pucks to the net. Draw back to Guerra. He throws a shot. That one's blocked to the dot. That's coming all the way down. And we're going to win that foot race. And finishing his check as well, number 11, Romo. Trying to send up to Romo. Stewart doesn't appreciate it. He's going to throw a body again. Right beneath us. Machado. And Stewart. Dangerous one. Flutters over to the referee. He escapes certain injury. The D-man making a charge at Aguirre. Oh, new beautiful pass. Drop back. Nice drop back to Machado. And they're starting to find each other too. This is, we're saying 4 games this weekend will be really good for this squad, this Dragon squad, to really find each other on the ice and start to get that situational piece. Drawback there from Wilson. Wilson's got on the retreat, on the retrieve. And looking to flank him. Not even playing the puck is Romo. Romo just putting on a hitting clinic. And Wilson slow to get to the bench here. Dropping a shoulder on Wilson. He looks, he's laboring a little bit there to get to the bench. Porto with the face-off. General surveying the scene. D-to-D pass. Look to center it. Over center ice into the blue line. into the zone. Looks like we got Brown. No, number 25. I guess the roster, the coaches were telling me the Generals roster's up online on my hockey rankings and the elite prospects. So we could try to pull that up on my auxiliary device here. Number 25. Okay, 2 minutes is going on the clock now. Oh, maybe I missed the other one. Maybe it was a. All right, clock not running yet. Well, bonus time on the power play, I guess. And now the clock's ticking down. Some good movement along the blue line there and keeping the puck outside and trying to move it towards the front. Coach saying nice down low. Get guys low. And drop off from Porto. Guerra. Porto. And a little catch happening. Good skate work. Porto shot. Oh, pad save. Following it up on the far side. Mitchell. And Mitchell found out yesterday, a Notre Dame West Haven student this year, making the transfer. So he'll be wearing a gold and green helmet pretty soon in the Green Knights. And that one comes all the way down, clear for the Generals. Guerrero feeds that far up. That might be nice. Yeah, it is. That's going to come back this way. Wilson still off ice right now. He's trying to walk it off a little bit after that. Pretty punishing check. Again, really didn't seem like a play on the puck, but I'm not wearing the stripes. 13 minutes remain in the first half. Shot. That one comes up to the netting. All right, well, glad the netting's there. Might have been able to grab that one, though. That was a little flutter. Face-off win for the Dragons. Lockery turns it towards the boards, runs it up ice. And on the power play still for 40 seconds here. Generals will be wise to try to capture the puck. But Wing is hanging out as a little bit of a hanger. Wing coming down. And Wing, Guerrero off the puck. It's getting pretty physical here. But Mitchell's got the puck. And he's coming all the way up ice. For all that physicality. 14 seconds remain in the man advantage. And Guerrero was going to pinch down on it. He's wise to step back. And final seconds of the man advantage will tick away. It will be even strength, 5-on-5, full strength hockey. Save from McGovern. Backhanded, clears the zone. Comes back in the zone, but Lockery with it. Lockery again, we've seen him along that wing. Working that puck up ice, using that lane outside. It's almost like 91. All right, face off center ice. Puck got popped out from the ice surface. Great backward skating, love that. Looks so smooth, clean there. Guerrero. Always keeping his head up ice. Tracking back. And looking to great defensive play. That gets to McGovern. McGovern is able to deflect it up with his glove. Maybe his blocker. Not sure if it was on the far side for him. Number 82, that's Matei. Not sure if it's Vincent or Vinny. I'm sure Dad will help me. Coach Ed. You know, he's been a Hamden coach for years. And still with the puck. Oh, and cleaning up the loose change there. In the initial shot. Sure, that is that Joyner, it looks like. Joyner, number 97, 90. Number 97. Wearing McDavid's number. Joyner's got the loose change sitting out in the crease there. Unable to clear it. 2-2. 10:47 remaining in the first half. Plenty of scoring here early. One for Mitchell, a power play for Mitchell as well. General's taking the early lead. Just about a minute and 20 into the contest. But responding with the Dragons. Dragons getting the second one in the power play, and now equalizer brings it to a 2-2. Pretty evenly matched contest so far. Good deal of physicality. And gloves up high there, but gets possession and dispossessed. Got puck watching a little bit there. A little zoomed in too far. Apologies. Backhand. Porto with it. Porto's going to skate it out. Porto's got 3 Generals, all 4-star. Looking to contain him. Mitchell, he's got the slot. Nice sight line there to the goal. That's a little like capture the flag here, except you're just trying to put a little tiny 6-ounce piece of vulcanized rubber into the back of a net. It's kind of like a battle. No ice. And McGovern's wondering why it wasn't an ice. Waved off, I guess, keeping the game going. It is fascinating how much ice has been purchased. I was talking to the rink manager here at East Haven, and nothing going on for the next 2 days. Any rink in Connecticut. Yale has essentially just shut everything down for this jamboree. Just statewide, essentially. Mitchell, hop it up. Mitchell getting some physicality his way. Try to keep the zone. Shem back, Aguero, and grabs it in his hand. Shem does a quick sweep to clear it. Hit from behind there, and that's going to add the extra attacker. No, McGovern's not able to get there. Number 29. Looked like Angelo. We got a little fisticuffs in the corner. And really, gloves are off now. Nobody wants to see this. It's too early for this nonsense. A tie game here, but pretty chippy hit. Getting hit from behind. Oh, someone's being asked to leave the ice surface. It's Lockery, I believe. Lockery dropping his gloves, and I'm not sure if that's a one-game set as well. There was a penalty coming, so there already was a delayed penalty, and there was a touch-up down there, and then after the touch-up, both teams get pretty physical in that far corner. And someone else looks like he's skating off the ice here, Edsel, number 2, for the Generals. So he might be in that with Lockery. And seems content with that decision, I guess. Closes the door sort of gently. All right, so both benches, or both teams at their bench, and the referee's at the Hamden bench right now. And hopefully cooler heads prevail here, and referees looking to get control of the situation. And there's still a lot of hockey left. 8:32 in this half, and then we figure 22.5-minute halves. So conferring right now. And at the scorer's table there is head referee. And making sense of some of this. So 2 players off the ice surface. Both Lockery and looks like 1 going in the box now for the Dragons. I believe that's in Giglio. And we got a Dragon as well, so I'm not sure if it's an offset or it's going to be a net. Looks like there might be 2. I think there's 2 Generals down there in the box. Eyes aren't failing me. Now one's going to come off the ice. He's going to skate off. You know, it's a long weekend, boys, and and the applause of, I believe, some of the home fans. That door's opened over there, but the goalies just doing their thing, you know? They're just such unique creatures, right? Oh, we got a 5-minute coming up here, so we got a 1:30. I'm not sure what the 1:30 was. We were doing 2 minutes, now we're doing 1:30s, but maybe it's like a 2 and 10, I don't know. No, we wouldn't put that on the board, though. 5-minute major, maybe? for the Generals. Oh, nice job there at the East Haven center ice there. Yellow Jackets. And there's McGovern going through his progressions. Almost robotic sometimes for goalies, right? It's all statistics, right? Taking away a lot of the net. All right, still sorting things out here. Again, the Christmas tree that is the scoreboard right now is got a 1:30 and a 5-minute. Trying to make some sense of that, but for right now, we'll take it as it is. This is when you start seeing the goalies looking at each other. Sometimes the kids start talking too, and like I feel like it's always kind of a funny thing. It gets so heated, and then at the end of the day, they're just kids talking to each other. And Mitchell checks in with his net reminder. Not sure what team McGovern's playing for. Be curious to see his high school team. I'm sure someone will tell me that. Saw him post games, good spirits last night. A 3-2 win. And another come from behind. Well, I guess it was tied up, and then huge come from behind the other day, last Sunday, win 4-3. And Connecticut Rattlers. I guess that's why we played last night. It was freed up a open spot, some free hockey. So. Team got it all together on the chat and made it happen. So I want to thank the coaches for making that happen, and families too. Great commitment. And like I was saying last night, it's Moore's Law. More hockey is always a good thing. So the more the better. And these boys seem into it. And it looks like we might have a penalty shot coming. Is that right? No. No, he's on the far side. That door looks like it's closed from the recent exit. Slowing things down here a little bit. Not sure, maybe they'll skip the ice cut. And that's not to have the first game get us off schedule for the rest of the day. Again, it's all Jamboree games here at East Haven. It's all Jamboree games at pretty much every rink in the state. I know Choate, Wesleyan, Hamden rink, Northford rinks. I think probably 2 of the Northford rinks are white and red or glommed up with Jamboree games. A Yale Jam. Huge fundraiser, I think, for the Yale Youth Hockey Organization. $20 weekend pass to come see your players. All right, so it all went down pretty quickly down there, but hopefully sounds like we've made some sense and heads or tails of it. Looks like right now just the majors remaining on the scoreboard. So if I'm counting correctly, there's 5 white jerseys and just 4 dark navy jerseys there, and dark navy with the yellow and orange creamsicle stripes. All right, we'll zoom up here. Say for zone time. All right, 5-minute major, 8:32. Tied up 2-2. Someone else is going to the box now. We just need an extra guy. Yeah, it's quite a crowd in there. And Mitchell throws it deep and works the outside. Again, some battle in the middle. Looks like Shem in the middle. Is that right? Yeah. Being disruptive, trying to get a screen in. Coach playing him in the crease. Not sure number 4 went down there. It looks like him and Shem were battling, but pushed off the puck or just put off his spot. Let's see a penalty. I'm sure everyone in that corner has an idea about what happened, though. 12 different ideas. So hopefully he's okay. Number 4 there. Gonna make his way to the bench. Pretty physical down there, and again, trying to push Shem off the Screen maybe. All right, so taking the face-off here is Stringfield. My apologies, I thought it was Springfield. I was looking at a handwritten roster, but my apologies for that. So Stringfield taking the face-off. Shot, follow-up, stabbing at it. Still loose puck. That one cleared. That's coming all the way down. That's going to go by McGovern. Corralling that is Guerrero. Guerrero to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to carry it. Mitchell's going to wind it up. And he's got the choo-choo going. He's got speed. Comes to center ice. Into the zone. He's looking for help. General's retreating. Top of the umbrella. Guerrero. Again, a little under 4 minutes remaining in the major penalty. And remember, if a goal scored, still man advantage. So Dragons would be wise to try to capitalize on this opportunity. But every second that puck is in no man's land, not near the net. And going the other way, Porto. Porto gives him a escape hatch, goes to Mitchell. Mitchell carries it. Mitchell over the yellow jacket, and looks like an offside call, getting overly ambitious about that zone entry. .321, I don't know if you can see that on the clock. 3:21 remains in the major penalty, and 5-on-4. Oh, good effort by Gavin there to keep that in. Pulls it out of the air, drops it down, just keeps it right on this side of the defining edge. Good idea from Mitchell. Mitchell with the cross ice pass. And coming outside, trying to keep him onside. And the Generals on the attack. Man down here. Severano and Mitchell tangle a little bit. Hard charging up ice. Schulte. And that's going to come all the way down. 2.5 minutes remain. Oh, it's at the skates. I've got to fish that out. McGovern was skating with it a little bit underneath his flat blades there. Nice puck movement. Gets it to center. And again, the Generals get the escape hatch and hit that one all the way down. Corralling that puck is Stewart. Stewart feeds it up. Again, trying to escape the zone. Mitchell says, you know what, just get out of the zone. Regroup in the neutral. Drawing back is Guerrero. Surveys the scene, rips it around, rims that. Moves over to Porto. Porto picks it all off the wall. Porto's looking. A lot of battle up front. And Shem being a nuisance in front. And that one jumps over to McGovern. Sorry, I didn't get that. But you heard that big stick save. Drops it like the bowling alley lane clearing device, right? Porto carries it. Kind of takes the serpentine path. 1:20 remaining in the penalty. Shem playing the Charo role, looks like, on this power play. He's got to get back on side. His D partner throws it deep. That's going to rim all the way around. And again, picking that off is Mitchell. Mitchell sends it back down. And General's back on the attack. Assistant captain. And Dimitric. He camps out for a second in front of the crease. 50 seconds. And we got Mitchell with the puck on a stick. Mitchell. And dispossessed. We got a penalty coming. And maybe a penalty shot. No, it's a slashing call. I'm not sure if he was in the act of shooting. All right, so 44 seconds remains on the major. Looks like we're going to have a slashing call, minor penalty there for the slash. Not sure if that's going to be 1:30 or 2. I think we've seen 2s go on the board, so that'll be 3-on-5 for the Generals right now. And some of their aggressive play has resulted in quite a few players in the bench or in the penalty box right now. Say a timeout called maybe? Yeah, father-daughter coaching tandem with their squad today. Full coaching complement. Good to see that. All right, looks like an offset maybe. I don't know why there's a 2 on the inside, but I'm not sure. I'm making heads or tails of that right now. Looks like 2-minute penalties, 1:30 penalties. We got 3 on 5. They're using all the ice they can, but when that puck run a little too far, it gets off leash. And again, another one thrown all the way down. That seems to be the defensive play here on the PK for the Generals. All tied up here. Dragons have had some chances here in the power play. Shem gets it over. Shot from Stewart, just off the mark. Shem feeds it back to Mitchell. And now 5 on 4. And looks like another penalty coming the way. And just comes to the, and should be a touch up here. Not sure what we've got. How far along the delayed penalty? Oh, sorry, it looks like that penalty. Oh, sorry. Penalty coming the way of the Dragons. Mitchell called. A cross check, I think. And Mitchell going to the sin bin. So now, not sure. There's something else on the scoreboard down there. I don't have anyone near the scoreboard, but it says it's a 32 and a 102. But I think the 102 was the 2-minute that was put on the wrong side or something. So I think right now there's only 1 in the box for the Dragons. So that'll go on the board as a 130 maybe. And communicating here. Referee's communicating. One referee talking to the home bench right now. Yeah, 4-on-4 hockey right now, it appears. Not sure there's a 10-minute penalty in there, but got some rookies on this scoreboard maybe. It's all good. As long as the refs know what's going on. Again, 4-on-4 hockey, like we say, tons of real estate here. A lot more room. That shot McGovern sees and redirects. Good speed by Machado. Machado charges hard to get up ice. And through the neutral zone. Plays it off the glass. Goes all the way down to the Generals. Getting the line change with the Dragons. 3 fresh pairs of legs. D-man stays out. He's going to corral. He rips it all the way up ice again with the PK now. No icing call. Gets the clear. And that was the strategy for the Generals a few short minutes ago. So that successively. And losing an edge there is Romo. Romo loses an edge and goes down. King pushes the player right off the puck. And that's Stringfield. Stringfield doesn't appreciate it. And rejoining the fray here is Mitchell. Even strength 5-on-5 hockey now. So that 10-minute penalties wasn't really 10 minutes. I think it was just a 130 or 2 or. Romo charging hard for the Generals. And that bouncing puck, it's going to be an icing call. That'll come all the way down, but that'll allow the Generals to get a line change. Yeah, I think they're getting a change in. And Hamden just getting a recent change. Swapping out the decor. All right, so already 45 minutes into this stream, and 121 left, so kind of going a little bit slower. Again, not sure we're going to get an ice cut right now, so you might want to wait on getting your second cup of coffee. That one right to the breadbasket, and McGovern sees it all the way in, traps it in his jersey and his chest protector. And we'll reset. We'll do the same thing again. No time off the clock there. And on that face-off, we got to try and start block. Puck up front. On the run, Stringfield. Stringfield's going to carry it wide. Stringfield in the zone. Hey, throws it to net. Runs just to the left. Oh, Stringfield back at it, being pesky. On the top of the crease there. Oh, good catch by the general on his way in. Oh, he gets lit up a little bit. Good effort, good athletic play though, as he's coming in. Stringfield throws it to net, again wide. Porto on the other side. Porto feeds it over. Oh, leaves it right in front. Juicy one. A juicy rebound sitting right on the top of the crease. Gabriela. Just the feed up to the front. Gets it to center ice. And out before the Generals come back to it. Pass it back to D, looking for the breakout. Number 50, Schulte is there, and unfortunately offsides, but charges hard to get it into the zone. Good quick catch and turn. 8.2 seconds remain. Not seeing the Zamboni door opening, so I'm thinking this is going to keep these guys going here for the second half. 6 seconds remain. Final seconds tick off. And that sound is the end of the first half here, all knotted up 2-2 here in East Haven between the Northeast Hockey Academy 16 AAA and Hamden Dragons 16U team. Ice cuts at the discretion, so I think that's what's happening right now. And the discretion is no ice cut. All right, both teams at their benches, retrieving some instructions from their generals or their coaches. Right? Again, looks like 2 goalies down there for the generals and going through his progressions. I'm sure they're sharing duties this weekend. Yeah, I heard they were switching hotels, which kind of makes sense because of how far-flung some of these games are. Your Hamden Dragons will take on the Northern Connecticut Nor'easters later this afternoon in West Haven, so making the trip across the Stavens. All right, so going from East Haven to West Haven. It's going to be a 4:10 start, assuming all is working there. We've got our fingers crossed for good internet, but Bennett can sometimes be a tricky rink, so if anyone's got the hookup for me to get some good Wi-Fi or otherwise, that'd be really helpful. I know Notre Dame West Haven plays out of there, so maybe there's that. It's always been a tricky rink to broadcast from, so just putting it out there. And then tomorrow, it's ironic that they're playing the Nor'easters today at West Haven, but then tomorrow the Dragons will make the trip up to Simsbury, the ISCC, and take on the Troy Albany Titans. So it's funny, the home rink for the Nor'easters is Simsbury, but having played there last year, not too many games were actually played out of Simsbury. So yeah. All right, at the whistle, looks like referees are ready to get this party started, and foregoing the ice cut at the discretion of the game officials and maybe the rink manager as well to keep his schedule going. I want to thank him kindly for the opportunity to broadcast from the perch here. Great perch, and Coach DeMaio and his squad has been up here, and they do a lot of the East Haven games, and it's an honor, it's a privilege to be able to bring this game to you guys early this morning. Great internet as well, hardwired, and hopefully the signal's been good. Oh, quick shot. But Poe tries to do the same thing he did before, and he's denied on that effort. Celebrano working outside and going wide. Another one towards the net. Big net presence here by the Generals coming out of the break at halftime. And there are a lot of those guys deep, and that leaves Mitchell unmarked. Mitchell escapes free, gets it towards the net, trying to give it to his goalie, and goalie gets down. D-Man was trying to feed his goalie there. He was on his belly, and gets the puck over to his glove and gets a freeze. 21:52 remaining. Quick sequence there for the Generals. Really came out on the attack, and they had a game plan there, a war plan, if you will. They really just crashed the net and makes them kind of catch the Dragons sleeping. Good coaching there. And back on the attack. Wing, 88. Oh, they told me who 88 was too. Fish, I think. Fish something. Greeley's trying to feed to the front. Gets it. Pad save. Follow up. Half to the air. Number 88. And great sequence and defensive sequence and netminder. I like that D move. Let's go over to the side. Goes back up to the top. D-Man throws it in. Stewart had a goal that way last night. Coming up high is McGovern. McGovern sees that. He knows he can win that race. He wins the race over. He gets right back to his crease. Redirects another shot. Quick sequence here from the Generals. He is fired up right now. Quick funky bounce. And looking for the clear there is Angelo. Angelo says, you know what, not here. Let's get this out of our house. A little bit of a scrum at the bench there for the Dragons. Personnel coming on and off the ice. And there's an intensity here from the academy. It's interesting how the academy, they're all automatically generals. They're not cadets yet. They're all right. They go right to the general status. They have 4 stars. Northeast Hockey Academy players working along the wall. And Joyner here. Joyner, the second goal today for the Generals. Joyner and Poe, I think. A lot of pressure coming. And that one's going to be on net. No, it's not. Gerla. Gerla throws it all the way down. He's looking for a shot on goal, but flies a little wide, so you get an icing call. And a face-off. Line change there for the front 3, I think. Generals back at it. Tracking down is Shem. Gets the feed to the front. Poe is there. That seems like a set play for the Generals. Sobrano getting all kinds of attention. Poe pushed into the wall. Porto. Funny bounce. And that's going to hit the netting right in front of us. A lot of net front pressure coming from the Generals right now. And it looks like they're going to do a face-off to the right of McGovern. Sobrano. Oh, no goal. Net was off. Net was knocked off, so no goal. So kick. Yeah, a little scrum and to dislodge the net. So waving off the puck that was in the back of the net. No goal. There's the call from the officials. So remains 2-2, but again, relentless pressure right now coming from the Generals. And no conferring on that either. That was he was right in front of him. He was right on the goal line. And again, renewed intensity here. And coming out the half, been about 6 minutes in so far, about 5-6 minutes in, and the Generals are bringing a lot of heat. Good avoidance. There's a certain check there coming from Guff. Tracking all the way down to Stringfield. Stringfield, some pressure behind the net. Good skate work. Oh, amazing pad save from McGovern. Stretches it out, takes away the downstairs. Certain goal is denied. And sticks are flying on the far side of the ice right now. Again, looking to regroup. Mitchell throws that one past the blue line into the zone, giving chase. Angelo. And General's back on it. And patient with that puck is Dimitric. Generals 3-1, or sorry, 3-2. Dimitric, very patient, very patient, very patient. Kind of times out McGovern there and gets one past them. 3-2 here with 17:54 remaining. Hard shot there from Dimitric. So Dimitric and 97. Poe, number 3, I think. 3 goal scorers so far for the Generals. Offsides call. Yeah, 97 was your other goal scorer. That's Joyner, right? So the 2 different goal scorers for the Generals, and a single goal scorer with the 2 goals. That's Mitchell. One of those is power play. Been a lot of penalty time and only 1 power play goal. Today's contest. 17:35 remaining. But one thing we have seen from this Dragons squad this year is they don't always like to play from the front. They're happy to play a little catch up. Denied by McGovern, tracking through his paint. Sure he doesn't appreciate that. No netminder does. Tracking again. And another shot from Cebriano, I think, number 25. And 4th goal scorer for the Generals, Cebriano. I think his name is, as you can see his nameplate there. 17-10, so quick, less than a minute after the Dimitric goal. Makes it a 4-2 game. And I will say the intensity that the Generals have brought in the second half here, the start of the second half, they've been rewarded. And to be honest, it's kind of incredible to see that they've only got 2, the kind of intensity they've brought. And they try from the other side now. That one to the glove of McGovern. Face off just to his left. Porto looking for the drawback to tie up. Machado gets to Shem. Shem getting disrupted. Goof feeds it up. Looking for the escape. Generals kick it right back down. Shem trips up on it a little bit. Tries to get it out to, looks like Machado there. Machado, all kinds of attention. Goof trying to help. Shot. And that one might be going wide, but McGovern sells it. Gets the save. The tie up with Porto. And Guerrero, nice little chip shot. Uses a sand wedge after that free. All the way down in the offensive zone. Guerrero turns this way and that. Stays with his player. Plays the body. Stringfield, nice V off the wall. Greeley wants to be physical, but say Machado doesn't really mind it. Good defensive play. Hopefully he stays up, and he doesn't. But got a penalty coming. Yep, looks like front man might have called it. No. Some smiles there. Always appreciate that. Doing something they all love, right? All right, 15:34, and the Generals getting 2 goals here in the second half. Again, just relentless pressure. Tripping call there. Looks like on that Porto, 77. Charging hard in the corner, and yeah, as suspected. PK with a shot on net. SOG. Goalie stepping down. With speed, comes along through the crease, comes around, finishes the check. Sending pressure there is Tay. Dispossessed. Cebriano on far side. Centering. Runs it through the paint. And Morgan there. Unable to trap it down. Another shot. Bounces off the back of the net. Morgan and Girla tangle. Give and go. Morgan or Cipriano here on the far side. Looks for the back door. And looks like a power play sequence here for the Generals. 15 seconds remain in the penalty for Porto. 10 seconds. Regrouping with the Generals. Looking to flank defenseman. Runs him wide. And good dispossession. Nice job by Gillo. Dispossess. Even strength hockey right now, 5-on-5. Player stays up, avoids the tripping ball. Oh, Mantiga, number 16. Gets the back door, clean up on the rebound. Mantiga, number 16. Makes it a 5-2 game. And it's been all Generals here in the second half. 13:45 remaining. Again, foregoing the ice cut. Bringing a lot of momentum. One thing we have seen for the Dragon squad is good grit. Even when they had a 3-1 deficit, they stayed in it. The CJR team. I always love seeing that. Team with resolve and grit. Another shot hits the netting. That one's going to flip back down to ice service. 5-2 game. That's certain. The master grid here is wild. The Excel sheet that shows all the games happening all across the state and all the different divisions is wild. And you have to have, it's like size like 2 font. But I'm curious if this is the Generals' first game. They're just starting off. If they had one yesterday. Some teams did have a Friday game. There weren't a ton of Friday games. Again, like we said, the bonus game that Dragons picked up yesterday was the Connecticut Rattlers. They withdrew maybe, or they weren't able to make the field of the team last night. So that was a little bonus game. So it was a late night for some of the squad here with a getting off the ice, about 10:15, 9:10 start. A little later than that. I'm not getting sleep till 11, 11:30. And at the early morning here, 7 a.m. arrival. Not making excuses, but sometimes you start getting all those periods on the ice. Shem clears it up. And drawing back are the Generals. 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, unmarked there. And we got a Hamden Dragons goal. And that's Stringfield. Stringfield left unmarked, and Notch has won. Yeah, there he is in the choo-choo line, leading the charge. Yeah, it was just him and the goalie. He only had one man to beat, and found it up over his shoulder, I think. So nice job by Stringfield to narrow the margin to 2. With 12:27 remaining in the second half. We got ourselves a hockey game here. Get your second cup of coffee if you haven't already. Oh, big pad save off the shot from Schulte. Grady Schulte, number 50. Charges into the zone. Throws it on net. Good things happen. So, able to stop a little bleeding here at the 3 unanswered goals, and answered there by Stringfield. Glad I know his name is not Springfield now. So that's Landon. We saw this last night too, and the game was tied, just a whole different intensity. And again, that 2-2, and Generals coming out hard in the second half. And now things have settled a little bit. Shot. Oh, stick save. High end of the stick there from McGovern. Backhanded. Looking for the clear and the escape from the zone. Another one off the stick of McGovern. Good the setup shot. Trying to glove it in. And more pressure coming from the Generals. Severano, one of the goal scorers. Again, scoring across the squad here for the Generals. Everybody's a 4-star General. With everyone's getting a goal here. Always good to see that for a team. Don't just have a single or double goal scorers. So pretty potent offense. Big bench down there too, it looks like. I'm not sure, I can't really tell from here if they're running 3 lines all together. How many D-men they have. Just a funky vantage point from here, but oh, another bouncing puck. Bounces up over the net, hits the glass. And Dimitrick, I think that's number 97, right? Is that Dimitrick? Oh, Joyner, sorry, Joyner's 97. Just loved out of the air. To Morgan. Morgan tries to backhand it, lift, runs it high. Another shot. Another stick save from McGovern. McGovern good with the stick this morning. And Shem tries to reach out on that. Oh, Morgan goes in hard. And looks like he was trying to lay off, and checking in on him is Angelo. Just kind of caught an edge there, I think, and Angelo. He's going to go to the box here for an interference call. And directing traffic here is Gierla. 2 there. Looking for the draw over. Mitchell draws it back, and Gierla calls for the ice. Got a 130 penalty here. Looks like Angelo, the interference call. Morgan going down. Looked like a dangerous hit, but looks like Morgan was no worse for wear, so good to see that. Another turn, trying to effort out of the zone. Helped out by Porto. Porto gives some chase. He's going to be the lone guy up top. Carries into the zone. Romo runs it high. Romo's been presence all day. And he's sitting right on top of the crease. Maybe a little bit of a nuisance there for McGovern, but Antigua. And it looks like Mitchell off to the races. Mitchell, shot. And we got a short read. And a Hattie as well. So Hattie alert. And Mitchell makes it a 4-5 game here on the shorthanded effort. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty. And good things happen to those. It's favored up ice there. What's that? Not coming out? 77's not coming out. Yeah, we know that. Or not 77, 29, right? All right, so Mitchell, a unique, you don't usually get that. You get the shorty and a Hattie at the same time. But again, he had one man to beat and goes up high with speed. I think that's one of the things that really advantages him when he gets up close to the net there. He's got such good movement, stick skills, and ability to really escape and evade. It's hard to put a body on him. All right, another 15 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Generals. Generals all over the net, and McGovern just sees that one to his glove. Gerla, Stringfield, Matei, and right below us there is Stewart. And Mitchell comes in. Matei's going to take the face off. That one comes back to the Generals. Generals, D-man shot. Gerla. Oh, great extension by McGovern. McGovern's still there, still going to get to it. Loose puck. Mitchell comes up with it. Mitchell on the run. Beautiful pass over number 29, and Jello out of the box. Eight minutes remaining. It'll take more than 8. Jello being a nuisance in the corner, making it difficult for that escape. And that one comes all the way down to the blue line. Gerla. Pass up to Matei, I think. Yeah. No, sorry. And Stringfield. Stringfield's been all over the ice today. Easy to pick him out with the green shorts. Shem. Gerla. Shot. And looking for the ice. Might be on net. It is on net. And McGovern's going to give it to Shem. Coming around to it. He goes the other way. Switches back over. Gerla's going to give chase. Gerla escape hatch. Oh, Mitchell says, Mitchell wasn't looking at it. Line pass up ice. V's it off the wall. It's one of the best things about the wall. It's the best teammate you can have. It just passes it right back to you. And he's hanging in that offensive zone, or very near to that blue line. Yeah, plays the body. Big slapper coming the way of McGovern. And looks for a grab out of the air. Great athleticism right now on display. 6:30 remaining in the contest. Again, no overtime on these tourney games. Barely have time to get all this in before going the ice cut, too. Laying back. Again, Goof there, needs some help, and Mitchell surveys the scene. General's in on it. Net front battle again. A ripper just off ice, or just off the mark. Cross ice pass, Dimitrick It's going to get attention. Angelo, and that puck finds its way to the glove of McGovern. Not sure how many saves he's got, but it's got to be more than 25-30 for sure. 5:46 remaining in a 5-4 game here, and the Dragons pulling it within one after the 3-goal deficit. Big stick save. Girla looks, tries to get up over the blue line, approaching Generals. Shot. Oh, sorry, wide pass to the winger. His name's Wing. Wing carries it outside. Comes back to Poe. Poe behind the net. And General's leaving the net front man, being disruptive. Morgan there now. He skates up over. It's the retrieve. Got 3 guys on the blue line for the Generals. Just the 2 down in the zone. Romo's going to get the attention of Matei. Romo comes in hard. Romo right in the face of McGovern. McGovern stones him. Another bouncing puck. Goes wide. Brown. And Porto says, you know what, let me just get this on my stick and walk it out of the zone. He does, gets it to center ice. Gets the attention there. Brown. 4:35 remaining. Blind back pass from Porto to Mitchell. Girla sends it all the way up ice to Porto. Porto, number 77, gives chase. General drop off. Leave the package. Charging up ice with the Generals, looking for the cross ice pass. Clogging that passing lane is number 50. That's Grady Schulte. The Generals on their heels a little bit here, trying to escape the zone. But on the charge, sending 3 guys in deep. Stewart puts it up. Fluttering puck just off the ice surface, I think. Great effort by Machado. Carried up ice. Gets it into the zone, but dispossessed just at the blue line. Great defensive play by number 39, Ryan Guth. Just sees the stick, sees the puck. Stick-to-stick battle. 3:16 remaining. Another one, Girla throws it to net. We've seen these D-men get involved. Last night we saw Stewart get one from the blue line from that right-hand side. I think he even surprised himself. Another one from Mitchell. And pad save from the netminder. All right, just joining us. Good bit of hockey here at today's early morning matchup. First matchup of the day here from East Haven's rink. It's the home for the East Haven Yellow Jackets. Proud hockey town. D2 champs, I believe, right? Always put a good squad together. I know they're a co-op now as well, so they've increased their ranks. All the way down, referee says. All right, 2:41. It's icing call. Let's see, 4-5 on the scoreboard, just behind the netting. Girla. Shem's going to pinch down deep. And it escapes. Girla's there, though. Girla feeds up to Stringfield. Stringfield and Porto work together. Matei deep. And it gets by Shem, but good job by Girla. Girla goes down. And looks like we got ourselves a penalty coming the way of the Generals. Tripping call. Number 8. Really heads to the sin bin for the Generals. Again, I've not been able to make heads or tails of the 1:30 or 2-minute penalties. Sometimes they're 1:30, sometimes they're 2 minutes. I don't know to tell you. Last night they were all 2 minutes. Today they're 1:30s. We got a 5-minute major. Yeah, it's power play here for the Dragons. 2 minutes, 2:10 remaining. And good puck moving along the blue line. Girla. He's getting all kinds of attention. He's got space. He steps it down, and that's going to be a clear for the Generals. We're going to tee that one up. Actually, he's going to pass it up ice. Oh! Dangerous play. McGovern leans unminded. He tries to pass the puck up. Looked like it was going to be a tee up here for Mitchell to come back to. I got to avoid the offside there. Porto stays just onside. Almost hits the rafters. Stays live. Shem goes deep. Porto there. Porto along the wall. And backhanded. Try to get an escape in the offsides here. And that'll give the Generals an opportunity to throw puck to the net. Yeah, that sequence, I don't know if you caught it there, but with McGovern's pass up to the blue line, the approaching General player just threw that puck to a net that was wide open. And shorthanded effort by Sobrano. Sobrano, one of the fourth goal scorer for the Generals today. Really impressed with the diversity of goal scoring. Poe, Joyner, Dimitric, Sobrano, Antigua, and timeout called. I believe that might be the Generals. We'll see. Wise play. 18 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Dragons. 1:02. 62 seconds left in regulation and the game, as there won't be any overtime for a tournament game. We got our station tidied up here. Again, thanks to the rink management for the spacious accommodations up here in the perch. First time I've ever done a broadcast from East Haven. So I know there's been high school games here, and last year when I was doing the Milford games, I think the Milford got the better of East Haven. I wasn't on the road for those, so did not travel down here, but saw the coach cast. I think the coach was doing the game. Coach DeMaio and his son, I believe, were doing the game from here. That was a shocker. It was a early season shocker. I think second or third game of the season, and D3 New Milford got to West Haven. All right, so doing some housekeeping up here, and the stick slabs mean that's some exciting hockey remaining here. 11 seconds in the penalty, 1 minute remaining. Girla, big stretch pass. Bang, bang play. Big, huge stretch pass. I think that might have been drawn up too by Coach. I heard last night he was talking about really opening the ice up, right? And looks like right now we've got ourselves an empty net, right? So adding the extra attacker plus the man advantage. Again, just 4 seconds on that. So 6-on-4 hockey for 4 seconds here. 2D, 4 forwards. And trapping that down. You gotta avoid the ice too. 42 seconds remaining. So 6-on-5 hockey right now with the goalie pulled for the Dragons. Pulling McGovern out of his lair. And really see Mitchell way out there. Mitchell sent it in on the ice. Girla, and that's going to be an icy call. It's going to come all the way down. And with 21.8 seconds, as the scorekeeper takes a little bit to stop the clock. 21.8 remaining. Again, 6-on-5 hockey. Throwing all the weapons into the mix right now. Stringfield with the face-off. And doesn't like where Shem was. He's over the line. You can get on the line there. Feeds in the front. Girla on the other side. Girla. Oh! Give me all this. Oh, big block up front. And number 11. Oh! 2 seconds. And that sound the end of this contest, but hard fought battle between both these squads. Both teams should be proud of that play. Maybe not what the Dragons were looking for, but they sure got quality opponent from the Generals today. And fortunately, one player, probably two players, going to be sitting for the Generals for the next game, and one for the Dragons as well. So 5-4 here. We just joined us for the second half here. Hard fought battle. Both goals, or both teams playing their hearts out, really. Early morning game. All right, the obligatory handshake line, and then we'll break. But we're going to try our best this afternoon. We've got the West Haven matchup between Hamden Dragons and the Northern Connecticut Nor'easters. So it should be a good matchup there. And 5 different goal scorers for the Generals today. I want to thank them and wish them luck in the rest of the tourney. And 2 goal scorers, and Hattie for Xavier Mitchell, and a shorthanded goal there too to cap off the hat trick. So, all right, we got more hockey to have. So we'll try to catch you guys in West Haven again. Like I said, if anyone has any inside intel on maybe getting some that for internet for the stream this afternoon, that'd be really helpful. Interesting little post game here with the looks like we're gonna get run over by the Zamboni, but little post game conference at center ice. All right, and it says get off the ice, get off the ice. All right, that's it here from East Haven. I want to thank you for